They're unloading with a forklift, which makes it much easier, much quicker, because he can raise this. See, boom, 2 minutes, done. Welcome to Maryland, Mr. New Holland. So just left Quebec and now it's in Maryland. And they parked like this. At first they said no, they cannot do it, you know. This is still the dealer, right? By the way, let me show you the baler. They just drove it off, as you saw with oh, there, it's already hooked up to a case. Oh, they washed it. They washed it. Now it looks very nice. See, they have this cool little tractors here. I love stuff like this. But anyway, so at first I asked them, I said, can you guys weld that handle back on? And they said, well, we don't have a portable welder. But then some guy came out, he says, can you show me what you need what you want done? And I said, this thing, the handle. And they said, well, park like this, bring it to this door. As long as, you know, they can move that machine out, the welder. And they did a very good job. So they removed the old weld over there, and he says he put like 2 coats, you know. And he put some oil inside. So now I don't have to use the screwdriver. And they charged me not too bad, $85 labor, $319 shop supplies, so $93.48 US. Well, what do you do, you know? Of course, it's a warranty repair, right? It's supposed to be a warranty repair, but what happens often with these warranties is that, like, maybe if I can find a Fontaine shop somewhere in the States, I don't know, would they do it? Because, you know, the trailer is registered in hold on, I'm trying to see. Yeah, like this. So the trailer is registered in Canada, so I don't know. Does that warranty work in the States? I think it should, because yeah, Hail Trailer did that work, and they did not charge me. So probably yeah, it would work. But again, sometimes it's just quite a hassle, you know, to find the place that can do it. And so I knew that these guys would have some kind of a welding equipment. You know, sometimes time is more valuable than money, right? So now, today is Tuesday morning, and I spent the night where? At TA truck stop in Harrisburg, because Harrisburg, Pennsylvania has curfew from 4 to 7. And yesterday I was there like quarter to 4, you know. I went to the truck stop, and the sunset is at what, like 6 o'clock. So basically you cannot drive after 4, you know, which is ridiculous. And I was only 9 feet 10 inches wide, and so I stopped there. And then this morning I woke up at I set up my alarm for 5:45, because I checked the sunrise time. It was 6:45. And in Pennsylvania, they only allow sunrise to sunset, not like half an hour before. But I thought maybe if I cheat like 10 minutes, nobody will notice. And I was ready to go at 6:30, and then I see another guy pulls out, another oversized guy with lights pulls out. So I just followed the guy, and then actually as soon as I hit the road, 2 minutes later, my screen on the tablet switched, on Google Maps switched from night colors to day colors, and that means that it was already sunrise, you know. So it was all legal. And then I drove from there, from Harrisburg. It was what is it, 283, yeah, like 81 to 83 south to 283, and then 283 east to 30. I got a piece of paper here, so see, that's what I have to do, my homework, right? You have to do this, otherwise like you can get confused. It's so hard to it's hard to program this into into the Google Maps because there's so many points. Basically, I see Pennsylvania 81 283 to 283 to PA 283 east, US 30, US 222 south, and then in Quarryville I switched to 372, and then like a couple of blocks after that I turned on 472, and that took me south down to US 1. And this place, like it's hard to see, but like in the distance, okay, hold on. Yeah, you see that in the center of the frame there's behind the trees there's a building, and there's a road there, and so like that's where this US 1 is. So basically right there, that building, that's already Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure. So this dealer is the first building is the first building you see when you enter Maryland, you know? Like I was driving and I saw New Holland. Like, what? I'm still in Pennsylvania. Then I see the sign said welcome to Maryland, and they're right here, you know? So and I was in a rush because I wanted to get all the paperwork to my factoring company before 10 so that I can get paid today. I don't know, why do I always need money on the same day, but it feels good, you know? And I haven't made any money in the past 2 weeks probably, right? And I sent them everything, proof of delivery, the rate confirmation from the broker, my invoice, and I always do screen capture of the broker name, and you know, when they send you an email, usually at the bottom there's like his name, all his numbers, his phone numbers, direct, office, you know, fax. Usually what I do is I think it's a great thing to have as a backup. I use my screen clipping tool, and I just do a picture of that, you know, the name, the phone numbers, the email, everything, right? And I save it as a little JPEG or PDF, and I always attach that when I send it to my factoring company. And in the email I say, when I ask them to process my funding request, they say my contact was so and so. I copied them on this email, and I always include that screen capture with all their contact info, because sometimes they have to call and verify that I actually did this load, right? And so that's what I included. Yeah, proof of delivery, which is the bill of lading, signed with a printed name and date, and then the rate confirmation the broker sent me before, which shows how much money they're willing to pay me. Then my invoice that I created, and then the contact info for the broker, and that's pretty much it, right? Oh, and then in this case, I permits were paid for by the customer, by CNH, the big manufacturing company, and so I didn't send them to my factoring company, but I sent them to the broker. You know, when I send him a message, when everything was signed, I sent a message to the broker. I said, load delivered, see attached, and I attached the proof of delivery and the rate confirmation and my invoice, you know, just in case. Even though I'm not getting money from them, I'm getting money from the factoring company, but so that he has all the paperwork. And that's it. So now the plan is to, I think I have to have a breakfast. Didn't have any good meal in the past couple of days, any meals. But I need to make my way down to Virginia, because I have a load which actually was booked while I was driving to and from Quebec. And Thursday I'm loading a disabled drill rig, so they're gonna lift it with 2 big wreckers. I'm gonna back under it, and it's a drill rig like on tracks, but it's not working, it's dead. It goes back to Canada for repairs, right back to my home area, you know. So this is pretty cool. So I did loan that head from from my yard to Quebec, right? It was 730 miles or so. But at least here, I just do 200 miles to Maryland, I mean Virginia, and then that load goes pretty much to the Toronto area, you know, pretty much right into my backyard, so which is cool. So making money running, and you see over here, it's like amazing. New York was so bad. Here it's like whole like spring, like very old snow. You see in the distance here, right? But nothing recent, you know, like you can see the grass. And so that's South Pennsylvania, Northern Maryland. You see, very good weather over here. So that's it. That's the delivery update. So now on to the next one. So the trailer is fixed. And oh, in the truck, I still have trouble with the clutch. You know, something with the clutch. I asked him last time to adjust it. Like basically when you sit at the light, you know, when you're just driving and then you stop, it takes a very long time for the shafts to stop rotating, you know, when you push the clutch. And it's like you try to put it in, it's, you know, like you're going to damage something. And I took the truck last time to them. I said probably just too much free play. Can you please adjust it? Oh, yeah, sure. And they charged me a bunch of money. I said, is it not supposed to be on warranty? Because the truck was still on warranty. Now I think it's not. Like the warranty is over because it's been 1 year since I had the truck. But they told me, no, the clutch adjustment is not covered by warranty. But I called them now. I said, guys, do you have any warranty for the repair you do? Like when you do something and the same thing still is, like the problem is still there and I need to bring the truck again, you still gonna charge me? And he says, no. He says, what's wrong? I said, well, the clutch. Like I paid you guys, what, like $300 Canadian, so I don't know. 220, 30 US. And I said, the problem is still there. It's still very difficult to shift, you know. And one thing I found also is that, you know, when you finally manage to put the shifter into gear and when you start to release the clutch, it takes a very long time. Like you have to, basically the pedal has to go way up to just, you know, for the truck to start moving. So that's something, you know, that's wrong. Like usually the movement of the pedal should be much shorter when you release it. It's like for the transmission to grab, you know, the movement and start moving. So now I just have to, I don't know, like move the pedal 1 foot before the truck starts moving. So I don't know. Sometimes these guys, they put, you know, trainees on your truck. And so now I'm going to tell them, no trainees, please. You want me to pay you money? Well, not for this, but other than that, that was the only issue with the truck. Oh, and it started beeping. So yeah, and I booked the appointment for Friday. Because the guy says they're busy. I called him in Ontario and he says, we're getting busy. Let me just book you tentatively for Friday. And actually, of course, if I'm loading Thursday, I don't think I'm going to be in Ontario Friday because permits, all this stuff can take, you know, longer. I'll probably deliver Monday, but we'll see. And then the other thing that happened, the truck started beeping like crazy, like it was about to catapult my seat into the air. And then I saw that the picture was flashing a bathtub with some level, you know. So I thought, okay, maybe it's a battery. No, maybe it's my washing fluid. No, a windshield washing fluid. No, turns out it was the coolant. And again, I took the truck to them before, like it just, as soon as the level goes just 1/16 of an inch below the minimum level, it starts beeping, you know. And I fixed it last time. I paid them again. If I said I have a leak somewhere, and they did find like something was like a small leak somewhere in the hoses there, and the problem is still there. So I'm gonna talk to them again. So basically the clutch and the coolant. Maybe it's just that stupid, you know, the cap sometimes is leaking when there's too much steam, right? Too much pressure. But nothing serious, you know. And it seems like the truck stopped pulling to one side, like after the accident, after the guy hit me, it was pulling slightly to the right. Now I cannot tell if it's pulling or not pulling. but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, that's the next thing I gotta do. Like before everything, I have to go to a body shop and do an estimate for repairs for the headlight and for the alignment, and send it to that French company so that they can pay me money. But I'm not gonna wait for them to send me the money. I'm gonna fix the headlight. Actually, when the truck is in the shop there, I'm gonna pay them, because I cannot drive like this, you know. So I have to fix the headlight, and I'm not gonna bother about the scratch. I'll fix that one later when I have more time, because now, you know, looks like the construction season is starting. People are moving equipment, and then some guy called me also. He's buying a machine in Ontario and needs to go to another part of Ontario, and would I be interested in moving it? I said, of course, you know. So we talked about the price. I gave him my price. He says okay. He says I'm going to the buyer tomorrow, which is today, and he says then I will know if I have the machine or not. And he said, I said, well, I'm in the States now, but he said, well, it's not a rush. When you get back, we can do it. I said, yeah. So it's a pretty big machine. It's like 90,000 pounds, you know. So that would be a cool video too. So like things start happening, you know. So I'm very excited about that. So people start calling me, you know. People need machinery to be moved. So it looks like things are coming, you know. Things are changing, because before this January, February was just dead, you know.